This story has been appearing on a number of online blogs. An auditor for the Federal Election Commission is attempting to have his bosses seek a formal investigation into the collection by Obama for president campaign of more than $200 million in potentially illegal political donations, including millions of dollars of illegal foreign donations, and has sought a request for assistance from the Department of Justice or the Federal Bureau of Investigation. But the analyst's requests have been largely ignored. I can't get anyone to move. I believe that we are looking at a hijacking of our political system, and no one wants to touch it. Reasons cited by his superiors is that involvement by the Justice Department or the FBI would be indicative of a criminal investigation, something that the Federal Election Commission would prefer not to take place a month before the presidential election. The analyst, who declines to be identified for fear of retribution, says that on 4 different occasions in the past 3 months, he sought to open formal investigation into the Obama campaign's fundraising techniques, but those investigations have been discouraged. Without formal approval, I can't get the resources I need, the manpower, that kind of thing. This is a huge undertaking. He believes that campaign finance violations have occurred. The Obama campaign has already had to deal with several FEC complaints about fraudulent donors and illegal foreign contributions. And the FEC says that it has no record that those complaints have been resolved or closed. As well, the Obama campaign has been cagey at times about the means by which it has made its historic fundraising haul, which now is almost $500 million. The Hillary campaign also raised questions about the huge amounts of e-retail sales that the Obama campaign was making for such things as t-shirts and other campaign paraphernalia, and how such sales were being tracked and used for fundraising purposes, while the profits of those items counted against the $2,300 personal donation limit. There's always been lingering questions about the e-retail system. In this case, there is no way that the Obama campaign can be held accountable before Election Day unless someone raises holy hell. The Federal Election Commission analyst says that Obama's filings indicate that he has received large, bundled sums of donations from overseas, sometimes exceeding $250,000. It's suspicious, but it's the small donations made by credit card that need to be examined. We've raised red flags on many of these, and the Obama campaign just ignores us. After this election, after we've sifted through everything, if we will be allowed to sift through everything, I am confident that we will be looking at perhaps the largest fine ever leveled against a national campaign entity. What is frustrating is the lack of desire on the part of his bosses to act. And the major media outlets have totally ignored the story. The Justice Department and the FBI have ignored his pleas for help. Well, now, the Republican National Committee today said that the party will be asking the Federal Election Commission to look into the source of thousands of dollars of small contributions to the presidential campaign of Senator Barack Obama. The RNC is alleging that the Obama campaign was so hungry for donations that it just chose to look the other way as these contributions piled up from very suspicious and possibly illegal foreign donors. And we believe that the American people should know first and foremost that foreign money has been pouring into this presidential election. Newsweek earlier this year ran a story about two brothers that lived in the Gaza Strip that ordered more than $33,000 worth of t-shirts. Instead of listing Gaza, they listed GA to make it appear as if they lived in the state of Georgia. However, the Obama campaign claims that they sent the money back. The truth is that the brothers have told Atlas Shrugs they never received a dime from the Obama campaign. He took their money and he kept it. There have also been a number of contributions coming from Texas by a man who calls himself Mr. Goodwill, and his contributions, made only $25 at a time, have added up to over $17,000. So perhaps finally, with the Republican National Committee complaining about this to the Federal Election Commission, the Justice Department, and the FBI will finally start investigating. Thanks for listening.